Hey guys, Sarnik here from TG and welcome back to another video. I am back, as you can see in my last video, and today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite assault rifles in this game, the Karak Wraith. Now, before we start out, this is just a generic assault rifle. It's pretty good. There is better, there are better weapons in this game, but it has a 4 out of 5 Riven disposition. So yeah, let's get into this. It's a sub-master rank weapon. It is a primary assault rifle that has 28.6 accuracy, 13% crit chance, 2.0 times crit multiplier, which is average, really high fire rate, 60 round magazine, which is double that of the original Karak. It has a reload of 2 seconds, which is very manageable. Status 25%. Puncture 9.3, impact of 14.1, slash of 7.8. So you're not going to be really able to put a hunter munitions bleed build on this weapon because it doesn't have enough slashes. Now, compared to the Karak, it has more crit chance, more crit multiplier, more magazine, and more status, and more damage. So it was just better all in, just better all. The Karak Wraith is basically just the better version of the Karak. But there's also, like, some things about it. Like, the Karak is a beginner weapon. It is, like, a Master Rank 2, Master Rank 1 or 2. Karak Wraith is basically everything I loved with the normal Karak put into a weapon that can actually scale into endgame. Now, before I test out the Karak Wraith, I'm going to test out the Karak with a generic build. I'm going to just remake this. I don't have enough form on this weapon to put a full build, but this is just, like, kind of a beginner thing. You're not gonna be able to put crit on this, so serration, split chamber, not gonna put speed trigger, and then you're gonna want to go into elementals, such as, well, I'm pretty sure beginners could have. I'm just gonna try to build this weapon as best as I can to take it to as far as I can, and then lastly, we're going to be wanting to put more multi-shot out with vigilante armaments. Right there. You know what? Why not? I mean, if you want to build for magazine size, you can do so. That is not what I would suggest. But you can do whatever you want. You can build. This is the definition of a beginner weapon. You don't like the reload. There's fast hands. Yeah. And then lastly, I'm just going to amplify the elementals even more with a mod. This is just the build I'm suggesting. They've got 2 option slots, which that's more than you usually have because this weapon is just absolutely terrible. It is the definition of a beginner weapon. I'm going to test this out on, again, corrupted heavy gunners. Exactly 8. I'm going to pause their AI, and I'm going to drop their level down to level, let's say, 50. Because that's as much as this weapon will be able to take down without having some struggles. Now there is Rivens, which this will make this weapon insane, but 30 round magazine is what really hurts it. Like, you see how much trouble it's having taking. I mean, I could have taken that thing down in one trip. I'm just gonna show that this will take you through the star chart. This is a weapon that will take you through the star chart. These are the toughest enemies in the game at this level. The toughest, and it can take them down. I mean, it's a beginner, it's a Master Rank 1 weapon that can take you through the star chart. It's not mastery fodder. It's actually, this is probably my favorite rifle. It's the closest thing we have to an M16 in Warframe, and it's good. It's just good all around. It's balanced. But let's say we take a beginner build like this and juice it up with a nice Riven that I have. I'll show Karak Wraith after this. Let's just okay, so I'm running about the same build without the multi-shot. This has magazine capacity and multi-shot, which basically makes this thing usable. So let's test this again with the same targets. As you can see, it's just plain better. Like, I mean, I missed quite a few shots, and I was still able to kill enemies. Like, you can get like 1.5 enemies per clip, because it almost has 60. Like, almost. And the multi-shot bonus is just great. This is absolutely amazing. So, I recommend the karak to any new or mid players or any veterans that has a good ribbon, like the normal karak. Now, let's go into my personal favorite version, the karak wraith, which I actually have Warframe on, so you're not going to see a bunch of beginner builds like this. Okay. Now, let's, now, for this build, this is the build. Take this out. This is the build I'm recommending. Switch out high voltage for malignant force if you don't have high voltage, and that for Stormbringer, because this is just the build I like to run. This is viable for crit. 32% is enough to run a decent build if you are running an Artax stat stick, or like any weapon that's a stat stick with all the vigilante mods, so you have a 20% chance to enhance critical hits. That is what I will say is a good thing. Now my carrier's lagging out. Okay, let's test this out. This is the build I'm recommending for this weapon. Just look at how much better that is. Just look at how much it spreads your enemies. This weapon will take you through the star chart and through sorties as well. Trust me, I've used this weapon in many sorties, and it just look at how much it spreads your enemies. These only are level 50, and this, I mean, it's good for what it is. It is an assault rifle. It does what it does necessarily. It's basically a Bratton Prime that has a little bit worse stats and a little bit better fire rate. Now let's toss on my ribbon. And now I don't really have any Warframes buffs on my Mirage because I don't have a lot of arcanes. But let's just put on Mirage for the fun of it, just so I can show you once I get done. Put on Eclipse build. Okay, so let's show you it against level 100 enemies. Not 135, just 100, which is the highest you're going to get in this game. And trust me, you don't want to go any higher. Just trust me on this one. So, as you can see, it's actually doing pretty well. I mean, this is a level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunner, which is the highest level enemy you're going to see. If you're at this kind of level, you're going to want to be using you're going to be using a more powerful weapon. Like, as you can see, 98 rounds in the mag. It's just beautiful. It can let you get kills on 2 of these jerks in one magazine. 2 level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunners in one mag. That's something that you really, not a lot of weapons can do. I mean, if you're comparing this thing to like Bratton Prime, they're basically the same thing. Except this thing has just faster fire rate and the Bratton Prime has better damage. But this thing has revenue difficulty of 4. Now, that was like, this is a very good demonstration. Karak Wraith is probably my favorite assault rifle in this game, but I'm not really an assault rifle junkie. I am a beam weapon kind of person now, but I still use this thing from time to time. Now, finally, let's use this thing up with some Warframe buffs, and just look at this beautiful shredding. This is like something that like not a lot of weapons like this can do. It is just crazy amounts of shredding. And I took out 8 level 100 enemies in one clip. Like 2 clips. 2 clips. Now let's just bump these enemies up a little bit higher. Just a little bit. And let's try this one more time. Just look at that. You can barely notice the difference. They've got like over 1 million effective health. And this is a weapon that like beginners would use. I mean, you can get this weapon fairly early in the game if you get lucky with invasion. So just look at that damage. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the Karak Wraith, and I hope you found it informative. What my view on it, get it. It's a great weapon. If you can get all the parts, then absolutely go for it. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Saronica, out.